Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show, the podcast that brings you laughter, insight, and the quirkiest conversations. Join your hosts, Matthew and Regan, as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop culture, humor, and everyday shenanigans. So, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive into the world of laughs with Matthew and Regan on the Goof and the Goober Show. Guys, welcome back to the Goof and Goober Show. We're on episode 50. Can you believe it? And what a milestone for us. That is, we're committed. That's for sure. Okay, if you guys cannot hear or see, that was adorable. Sorry, I just freaking blew into your freaking ears.
Oh, baby.
Man, if you can go back and see that interaction, oh my word, get that. I need that more. Joining me, if you haven't already noticed, it is your boy, Matthew Leather.
Yo. Today, I've got a little bit of a special guest for now. Well, for now. She's kind of annoying. But my daughter, Scarlett. Ladies and gentlemen, give the round of applause to Scarlett. You say hi. Don't be shy. Hi.
Hi, Scarlett.
She's excited.
She just said, hi, my name's Scarlett.
Oh, I thought she said, hi, I'm excited.
Oh, no, she said, hi, my name is Scarlett.
Wow.
She just can't pronounce Scarlett just yet.
Well, it sounds like you need to put that lady in school. This is what homeschooling looks like, people.
Mm-hmm.
People cannot read at all.
They can't read. They're awkward.
Yeah.
Their mom
just
skips
the
chapters.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, so
That's
great.
how it is, man. That's how it is. That's how they always are. Matthew and I are excited for episode 50. Not actually too excited. We're reviewing Madame Web that just came out this past week. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know this past week also was Valentine's Day. And we just want you to know that you guys all listening right now are our Valentines. And we want to give you guys something. It's called a giveaway. Currently, we lost a follower since last time. We have 88 followers on Instagram. People, do you want this giveaway or not? It's there for the taking. All
Do you
need
want
to
it or do you not want it?
just help the boys out. We got to get 100 followers. Maybe, I don't know. We got some giveaways that we want to give away. We've been trying to give them away for months. Just come on, please. We're not desperate, but we can be. We can be. If
We're not
we need
desperate.
be.
We're just hungry. We're just hungry to give this stuff away.
Well, anyways, I want to hear about Matthew's Valentine's present that he got his wife, because I had a blast for my Valentine's Day with my wife.
Ooh.
But I want to hear about your Valentine's Day with your wife. 'Cause you went out on Friday.
Yes. So so I took her out on Friday. She had some stuff with youth group. They for some reason scheduled youth group on Valentine's Day, so like I just kind of got wrecked on that point. But that's
Got
okay.
kicked to the curb.
So I did a little switcherooski. I had something planned, ready to go.
Oh yeah.
And I took my wife to the Chanhassen Dinner Theater. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Chanhassen Dinner Theater is, imagine dinner and a show.
Wow. Oh
And
my.
not like a movie, but like a musical. And it was a big amphitheater, bunch of tables, and we watched what's called the Jersey Boys. And let me tell you what, the Jersey boys, they're pretty dang good. They're pretty dang good.
It's from the other guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, and they're trying to interrogate this one guy, and he's like, quick question for you. Courtside New York Knicks or Jersey Boys? And they went and saw Jersey Boys. How was Jersey Boys?
The freaking Jersey Boys were pretty freaking good, man.
They were fantastic.
They were pretty good. Now, I got a freaking prime rib.
Oh, gosh,
I got a freaking
dude.
prime freaking rib. It was so freaking good. With these mashed potatoes, carrots.
Gotta be careful, dude.
Gosh, so good.
You've got to be careful.
So yeah,
so
that was my night.
This, I've never been to that, by the way. I've always wondered about this whole Chanhassen Theater. And is it pretty big?
It's pretty massive. Yeah.
Always imagine it being like this small little building, but
so
I mean,
imagine. Oh, dude, I found a picture. Okay, let me share my screen.
All right, share your screen.
Share here.
Don't do it. Don't share your screen very long because that
I'm gonna share it for so long. Because
please
post editing is gonna be so.
Please
fun.
don't. The post.
Okay,
that doesn't help. Yeah.
So here's a photo of the dinner theater. This is like maybe half of it.
Oh, interesting.
And it's got tables all around here. Now, here's the thing, and I'll stop sharing my screen. Imagine this times 2. It's pretty big. Now, the thing is that each table has a certain amount of reservations for it. Okay? So let's say you get a booth, right? There's 4 people that can go into that booth. If I buy a ticket for Kaylee and I, that means I'm probably sitting with 2 other people.
So you got to meet some other people, huh?
Yeah, we got to meet some other people. We sat at a 6-person table. I didn't know how it operated, or I would have invited another couple and gone to a 4 booth.
I had no idea. I would do the same exact thing you would.
But it was pretty expensive though.
What was it?
It was
how
like
much was it?
It was like $110 a person, just for the tickets.
But you get a theater and then you get food as well.
Well, you do have to pay for your food. It's just
really?
certain things cost things, certain things don't.
Yeah. Wait,
to get the prime rib, I had to pay for the prime rib.
Oh gosh.
So it probably cost me, I'd say $250 for the tickets, roughly, plus tax, and then it was like $80 with tip. So it was like a $400 night, roughly.
Jeez,
$370.
Dude, that's way more than I spent. Did you get her a gift too?
Oh, I didn't have to.
Yeah,
no.
I was gonna say.
I was like, no, no way.
I got my wife a couple things for gifts, and then for Valentine's Day we went on Valentine's Day, and we went to a cooking class together.
Ooh.
And man, was it fun. I had a blast doing that. Because I like just goofing off and just having a good time. And sometimes it's just with random people. When we met like these random people at this class in this woman's house. So this woman runs this whole thing in her house, in her beautiful house. It was first like a little sketch at first because I was like, I don't know, like if this is something that like just anybody pretty much off the street can couldn't come and do it. So like I was like, I don't know, there could be some sketchy people that come into this, but no, they were really good people. And I loved it. And at the end of it, it was like during the snowstorm. And
that's right.
Yeah, and we had to drive back afterwards. And I was trying to convince the lady who owns this whole business and like teaching you how to cook and all that jazz to let us stay at her house and have a little sleepover at her house. But she said no. But I got to know her, and it was a great time. And my wife at the end of it exchanged numbers with one of this other couple that we met there, and one of the ladies that we met is like the director of Girl Scouts over here or something like that in Minnesota.
Dude, your wife's got to get a job with them.
No, I don't think it probably doesn't pay as much compared. I mean, if she wants to do it, sure, I guess, but I don't think she would want to. I don't know.
Look, Regan, but here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you to be what they call the breadwinner.
Yeah. One of these days.
Once we get that,
that is a good question, because I listen partially to the Whatever podcast. Have you ever heard of that?
Where they bring on these like stupid young girls who say a bunch of dumb stuff.
Really like provocative women that have no. Well, I wouldn't say that.
I've seen the one with the Republican guy.
Michael Knowles?
I've seen the one with Michael Knowles, but the other one, Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah. That was a pretty recent one, too. But, yeah, like they talk about... They
go for like 8 hours.
Dude, they go so long.
So long.
I have been, though, this is my question. Like, I've always been like, dude, should I reach out to him and be like, hey, we're two guys. We have a podcast. Would you have us on? I was like, I don't know if that, like, he probably would say no. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to, like, reach out to him or whatever. But I just, like, man, just to go on and freaking talk to him. But I
talk to a bunch of idiots.
Well, that's okay. Hang on. So,
oh no.
What was I? What were you talking about that made me remind me of?
You being the breadwinner.
Oh yeah, because they were talking about like, dude, does a man need to be the breadwinner or anything like that? And I was thinking, I mean, my whole life I have not been the breadwinner, so it's not like a huge like pull at my masculinity or anything like that. It's not like and you used to not be the breadwinner either.
No, you're right.
So it's I think like it just shows.
But it pulled my masculinity down so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You've just kind of accepted that fate. I was like,
it's not like I don't make good money. I make good money. It's just my wife is pretty good at what she does, and
she's got a really high
if she
job.
could though, she would rather me be the breadwinner. 100%. She's told me
now the question is would she be a stay-at-home mom?
Yes, she would prefer that. That's something that she's voiced to me and would like, but our financial situation right now would not allow us to do that. So that's kind of the sad part. But we're trying to get there. I would prefer that too, because I feel much more responsible. And yeah, I think it does pull a little bit, but it doesn't like completely obliterate my whole masculinity.
No, shouldn't.
And it shouldn't, obviously. It's not like we were meant to be the breadwinner. But
I mean, if you watch The Croods.
The Croods?
Go hunt, man. Get your foot out there.
Well, we're supposed to be the providers, and yes, in some ways, that is a way of providing. So I can see that. But sorry, I'm talking about another podcast. But we also are getting ready and ramping up for. Oh, geez, what did you find? What did you see?
So, okay. So people don't know this, but so Regan and I have a Facebook Messenger group. So like we just message each other all day, every day.
Yep.
And so I told Regan because I was looking into like just jobs.
Oh no.
So if you remember, if any of you have been watching since the beginning of the pod, like early in the podcast, you guys will know that I like to go on these tangents where I just watch videos and do a bunch of research on a stupid topic. I don't know what it is. It just fascinates the crap out of me. So I started watching these videos on forensic accounting. And I have been stuck in forensic accounting, just watching videos on it. And I've been searching up jobs and like, how much do they make? Are there any in my area? Like, not that I'm going to apply, but just, I don't know. I just get really weird about that. I did it with shoe shining, on the techniques of shoe shining and what oils to use and what soap to use and brushes to use. Like, I just got really weird about that. And then a lot of other things. And so Regan's an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, Regan, he probably would love forensic accounting. Like, it's better than just bookkeeping and keeping the books for a business, which is not like a boring thing, I'm sure. But, you know, being able to literally look at financial crimes and audit those, like, that just sounds interesting. Because there's a lot of people out there that just do, like, I'd love to know that Jeff down the street doesn't freaking pay for taxes for his business and how much he pays and why he's not paying. And, like, I don't know. So I had another tab open from earlier today because I was looking at jobs, and I just sent Regan a forensic accounting special agent's job posting. And
dude,
let me tell you what, 78 grand to 153 grand.
Dude, you know what?
Salary.
I might apply just for fun.
Dude, I'd apply if I were you too. I don't have an accounting degree, so I'm never going to get into this.
Well, you can't, because that's one of the requirements. But I meet all the requirements.
Yeah, you've been doing accounting.
Also, they include being at least 23 years old, yet not exceeding 37 years old on the date of appointment. What the heck does that mean? I don't even know. That's crazy, dude. That is crazy, actually. I freaking love it.
I don't know.
I got
this
it.
is probably why
I might do it after. I don't know. We'll see.
I think you should.
I don't know.
I think you should, personally, because you can make a lot more money than what you're doing right now.
Well, it's not about money.
But like, if you're gonna do it, you were gonna do it for the freaking being a forensic accountant.
Well, yeah, it's a freaking. I mean, the FBI though is one of those things that like I don't know if I want to work for them. I mean, maybe.
Dude, you'd have the insight.
Maybe I could be the change. You know, maybe I could be the change that they need. And
oh my gosh, wait, hold up. There's an FBI here in Norwood.
Yeah, dude, there's like FBI people. There's all over. I mean, that Maplewood
didn't know that was a thing.
That one's like right next to me.
It's like
that one's actually pretty good. But I don't know. Anyway, sorry, guys.
Sorry about that, guys.
We are ramping up here for next week, which is Matthew and I talked about this in the pre-show. By the way, if you guys aren't here on the pre-show, 8 p.m. every Monday, show up. We're here. Come on. We're having fun. And if you haven't already, go on our social media platforms. We're on all social media platforms. We're on Spotify. Yeah, well, I mean, that's not a social media platform. My bad. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And we stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And the Instagram is where we're trying to hit 100 followers. And we are doing a giveaway when we hit 100 followers. We just need 12 more followers. It's that simple, people. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
But I'm burping so much right now. We are also now ramping up for next week, where Matthew and I talked in the pre-show about Avatar: The Last Airbender live action TV series. that's coming out this Thursday, the 22nd. And we're not too sure about. We're kind of on rocky ground right now, and it's kind of just kind of prep it up and kind of get it ramping. But I don't know. It could be a good show. It really would have to work its way, I think, from the previews that we've seen to the sponsorships, I guess, that they are doing with Serena Williams that just doesn't really make sense a whole lot. And it just seems like they're just trying to get people, oh, I know Serena Williams and she's so popular. It's not the way I would go about it. It's not the way I would market this, because tennis has nothing to do with Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I was like, what does this have to do with it? I mean, yes, she voiced a character on an episode.
I think a episode.
I believe it was the very last episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think like book 4, something like that. And it's just, I have no idea why they're doing it.
One episode of The Legend of Korra, not even the original Avatar.
Oh, it's only The Legend of Korra?
Oh wait,
no, I'm pretty sure it's
who voiced Ming in Avatar.
Yeah, she voiced
and
Ming.
then later returned to voice a female sage in one episode of Legend.
But it's just, tennis has nothing to do with this. This is about wielding the elements of the world. Tennis is not wielding an element at all. It is creating, you built a racket to hit a ball. It's not wielding.
I feel like we're qualified to talk about this too, because we were college tennis players.
We were trash tennis players, but we were college tennis players. That's for sure. We really were. We're on the books. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And so you can't.
And
yeah,
nobody
you can't
can take
deny
it away from us.
And I am one of the first people in our college to win a game, a match. That tells you how much we knew about tennis. Anyways, so that's one of the things that we're just thinking about right now and preparing ourselves, because this whole, I don't even know, this whole year, there hasn't been a whole lot that we have been blown away by. This year has been kind of not the best. I mean, we haven't really reviewed a whole lot. I mean, we did Invincible last.
I would say the one that's like really done well that we've enjoyed is What If.
Yeah.
What If was good. Percy Jackson, I think, was
all right.
He's average. And then Invincible. That's about it. Echo was trash.
Yeah.
Well, not
what
trash.
Is I'm trying to see right now, because I thought What If season 2 was last year.
Oh, you're talking about TV shoes from this year, movies and TV shows from this year.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
I think Percy Jackson came out. I think that came out early January. Echo came out early January.
Yeah, well, What If ended December 30th. The last episode came out, I guess, December 30th. Yeah. I don't know. This year hasn't been a big hype. I mean, there's a lot already. I mean, we're only in month 2, halfway through month, a little over halfway, month 2 of 2024. And there's still a lot of time for movies, but it's just not starting out the great way. It hasn't started out great. I haven't had a great start. But it's all about how you finish. It's true. It's all about how you finish.
It's all about how you finish, baby. It's all about how you finish.
Right. But that is going to get us into Madame Web. And this is Cassandra Webb is a New York Metropolis paramedic. I freaking butchered that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Paramedic who begins to demonstrate signs of clairvoyance. Forced to challenge revelations about her past, she needs to safeguard 3 young women from a deadly adversary who wants them destroyed. Oh, that's just horrible writing for a synopsis.
It's so good, dude.
This is directed by S.J. Clarkson. Writers include Matt Sazama, Burke Sharpless, Claire Parker. Curious to see what they've written. I've never really heard them, but it's starring Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney. Everyone's craving about her. Isabella Merced. What else we got? Celeste O'Connor, who plays Manny Franklin. Mike Epps. Adam Scott. Did I say Dakota Johnson already? Yes, I did.
Emma Roberts, Tahar Rahim as Ezekiel.
Emma Roberts. Not a whole lot of like star. Adam Scott's a big name. Emma Roberts is a big name. Mike Epps is kind of a bigger name. Like I said too, Sydney Sweeney seems to be like everybody's going off about her. Real quick, Matthew, in this, what did you think about Sydney Sweeney and her role and how she did?
So I did a little research because apparently people are just raving about this chick for some reason. Yep. And all I can find is that people just like the fact that she's got tits. That's about all I can find. And that she's not ugly, but she's not like gorgeous, I guess. I don't know what the real word is for that, but that's really it. I don't know. In the show, like there was nothing in the show that I was like, wow, she's a really good actress.
Right, there wasn't anything special about her that I was like, wow.
No,
this is a Pedro Pascal thing that I remember talking last episode, and you're saying that she's like the Pedro Pascal, the new, she's coming out, and everybody wants her in a movie. So it's just like,
she's it. So over the last couple months, she's been in 3 different movies. She'll be Anyone But You, Madam Web, and then this other movie called Immaculate. And people are just trying to get her in movies. So like the reason I say the Pedro Pascal is just everybody wants her in the movies. And it looks like she's in another movie called Eden, I guess, in 2024. So that's 4 movies or 3 movies this year. I don't know. I didn't see, to be honest with you, she was a weak role. Even though she was kind of like, if you watch the movie, they tried to make her more like involved in the other girls, like being a bigger star, I guess. Like she had more lines, more screen time, and I think it was literally just because people think she's hot. I think is what.
Yeah,
that's all I'm reading.
What I would say too is that's how I would see it too. There wasn't anything special that I would be like, oh man, she's so good, because this wasn't a big role for her in this show or in this movie. And yeah, even because she plays technically one of the 3 Spider Women, or whatever you call them, because they're technically going to be Spider Women, and there wasn't anything special about her that I was like, yeah, that's so good. But
literally, I read this. Why is Sydney Sweeney everywhere? And underneath it, because she has big boobs. Like,
to be honest though, when we were watching the movie, I didn't even notice any of that.
Me either. So it's like, what's the point? Like what? Like not. That sounds bad. That
does. Like, why did I watch this? I was expecting.
If I didn't even see it, But actually, if you think about it, what's the point? If that's what people like her for.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Even so,
I don't know.
I don't know. But let's give our review. Let's do this. Should we do the spoiler first warning and then give our review?
Yeah, I say we do that. No,
Yeah,
there's
let's
no
do
point
that.
in
We're
doing
gonna
a
run the spoiler
non-spoiler.
here, and then you guys will hear how we rate things. So here's the spoiler.
Hey there, Goof and Goober fans. Before we dive into the episode, we want to give you a heads up. Spoilers ahead. This message is equipped with our official Goof and Goober Show rating system, so you know just what you're getting into. Come on, follow along. 5-star, a must watch. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions, jaw-dropping twists, and laughs that will leave your sides aching. These are game changers. Then we have a 4-star. This is entertaining. While not quite a life-altering experience, these movies and TV shows are popcorn recommended. 3 stars, average and not groundbreaking. A decent movie or episode that will still deliver the goods. It's worth a watch for dedicated fans. 2 stars, room for improvement. These movies or TV shows have their moments but fall short of our standard. And of course, 1 star, proceed with caution, buckle up. These are trash. Well, now that you know our rating system, let's jump in.
Okay, Matthew, I want to hear it from you right off the freaking bat. What's your rate? Out of 5.
1-9. 1-9. Right off the freaking bat. This movie, I don't even know if a 1-9. I think a 1-9 may
That's
be too
pretty
high.
high.
I think 1-9's pretty. Look, so here's the thing. So this
was
movie,
a 2.
it's almost a 2. Here's why it's almost a 2.
This is for you.
I think Sony did what Sony does, is they take a movie, you could tell they literally just took parts of this movie and just cut it out. So apparently they cut out. Look at.
I was just
how
reading about
much
that. They,
time
so like
did Sony-
Dakota Johnson says there was drastic changes, and I can't even tell what they were. The original screenplay, which was described as darker and very Terminator inspired, would have seen Madame Web and the Spider-Woman trying to protect a pregnant Mary Parker from Ezekiel Sims, who wants to kill her to prevent the birth of Peter Parker. That sounds way better.
Sounds way
than
better.
what happened. That sounds so much better than what happened.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, first things first. This whole movie is just a filled mess. Just you go to your kid's bedroom and there's freaking Legos on the floor. Nothing's put away properly, right? And it's just a complete disaster. That's what this movie was. And here's the reason why I give it a 1-9. Okay? There were times in this movie where I think they were unintentionally trying to be funny. Not like they made a joke, but it was just like how things happened were funny to me. And that was about it, right? Like I wasn't like I didn't fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep during the movie. That's a pretty good indicator. Most of the time we'll fall asleep if it's a bad movie. But this movie was just so much like, I'm going to throw a bunch of crap at you that makes no sense and call it Madam Web. And then I'm going to throw in a bunch of Spider-Man Easter eggs and be like, here's this, and throw, little Spider-Man things out there and hope that it saves the movie. And they're going to love it. No, it was terrible.
Horrible.
It was horrible. Actually, dude, you know what? I'm redacting my score to a 1-7.
Yeah, dude. I'm at like 1-5, 1-4. There is very minimum to nothing, I should say, good about this movie that I liked. The acting, like right off the beginning, was horrible, and you're completely right that they like I feel like they did like just like at the very last minute, oh dude, the deadline's coming up, we got to put something together, and they just freaking threw it all together into one big room that just made a huge mess. And you stepped on a few Legos while you're walking in there. It freaking was
Sucked.
trash. I wish I could go back and take back this time, but I did have a few laughs in there. Not because they were trying to make you laugh, but just because of how bad it was. Because it just was like, how in the world could you put this all together and just say, here you go, world, this is my work. But the main thing that why this was set up to fail at the very beginning is because they freaking brought Burke Sharpless and Matt Sazama back into writing for this. Though, you know what they wrote? You know
Mobius.
what else? Yes, Morbius. The idiots decided that, you know what was a really good movie and they had a really great success? Morbius. Nope. They said, you know what? They probably were like, you know what? Let's make a worse movie. You guys didn't even do that bad. You know, you could do a lot worse than that. So I'm going to give you an extra however millions of dollars to make a freaking
$80
trash
million
movie.
freaking budget, dude.
This is what I'm assuming happened in the writing room, is that because there's three writers, Claire Parker, Matt Sazama, and Burke Sharpless. I think Claire Parker probably had that first draft of, okay, the Madam Web and the Spider Women are going to try to protect Peter Parker's mom, whatever. I always forget her name. Gwen. Mary. No, it's.
You're talking about Peter Parker's mom?
Yeah, Mary Parker.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Mary
you're
Parker.
right. And they're going to try to protect her. But they're like, no, people aren't going to like this. Don't worry, we know. We friggin' did Morbius. And then
we did so good on
Morbius.
We're
They
gonna
also,
do the same
it's
thing
just,
again.
who the frick are these guys? They're freaking ruining the MCU, and the MCU just, you gotta get rid of these guys, especially having a 5.2. The last movie that they did was in 2022, Morbius. And then they said, you guys get another chance. Let's go with Madame Web. And it's just, why? And they've always done, looks like they've been in pretty much every movie, this Burke Sharpless and Matt Sazama. And I have no idea who these guys are. I think they
literally said, this is what they said. The writers, they said, we're gonna take a top tier Marvel character, and we're gonna take it away from Kevin Feige. We're gonna take it away from Kevin Feige and try to make it our own thing, and if it sticks, great. If not, Kevin Feige will hopefully not get to create that because we've tarnished the name so much. That's what I think that they're doing. Just like Morbius, they're putting in like these really big characters and saying, how can we crap on these guys so bad that Kevin Feige doesn't want to even touch it? Which means then Kevin Feige is not going to touch any of the Spider Girls or the connections that Madam Web has to Spider-Man.
Well, this is the thing about that. I'm not sure, because they've made it very clear that this is like a one-off movie. So it could be that they're coming after Kevin Feige and just trying to just get him to not touch
it up.
But they've made it like clear that this is like a one-off. It isn't really. This is like in a different universe, I think, is what they want to say. Then that's why they didn't have an end credit scene because I was looking at it. If the man I was hoping to see next year, there's nothing there. The Marvel film is bucking the trend of most of the MCU releases, opting not to provide a mid-roll teaser. No, Madame Web does not have a post-credit scene. The movie director, S.J. Clarkson, has said that she chose not to include a post-credit scene because she wanted to tell a good story. I cannot believe that she said that she wanted...
I want to write a good story, and then I want to produce that thing.
I mean, also, if you just the amount of people, like, there's checks and balances in the system, okay? And nobody said anything.
Oh no, Regan's gonna freaking be an accountant.
There's nobody here that's like, you know what, guys, this isn't really that good.
Guys, not like, maybe we should put this out there.
Well, okay, the other thing is like how unrealistic the things were. Like, I would laugh because Madam Webb, what's her freaking name, is Cassandra Webb. She's a paramedic person, and she would do CPR, and she's doing CPR to this one guy, and the guy just wakes up, like, eyes just kind of like slowly wake up. Oh yeah, thanks for bringing me back to life. Just like, you have no, like, do you have any idea that, like, you have to push in 2 to 3 inches on your chest, and you normally would break people's chests giving them CPR, and just the guy waking up, yep, thank you, just slowly opening his eyes. Huh? Yeah, save me from
appreciate
fire,
it, guys. I appreciate it.
I laughed so hard at that, dude. And then the scene that I also laughed so hard at is when they were in the hotel room, and for some reason she decides to teach all the girls how to do CPR. And then what's her face? Maddie Franklin, the black chick that's like the bad girl, that kind of like does whatever she wants.
She's the bad girl, yeah.
She looks over at Cassandra. You know, you're a really good teacher. Just like, that is not in her. Just what is going on? This makes no sense at all.
What are we watching?
What is happening right now? There is no reason why this character should be saying it. You are forcing this woman to say it because it's in the script, and there's no reason that character would say that. It's just I'm so upset about this movie. I didn't know about the writers about this. It makes sense why it was such trash, and I feel so bad. I don't feel bad, because Sydney Sweeney doesn't deserve to be so popular, because this is going to be the downfall of Sydney Sweeney as we know it, because I don't know how you could maybe come. It's Hollywood. Never mind. She. You know what? Never mind. She's going to build up the ranks because she's pretty and has a big rack. And there's no. It's just.
You know what? I have a big rack too. Does that mean
That's true.
I can go in the freaking? Does that mean I can go in the freaking movies?
Don't be showing it on Twitch now. Maybe YouTube.
Now, so I was reading an article here as you were talking, and they did an article. Her mom. She wanted to get a breast reduction, Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, really?
But her mom said, "No, you'll thank me later when you're famous." So this was like already planned out.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. I'm in so many movies now that's not going to be profitable. Wow.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
okay. So let me rephrase, guys. I think it's going to be a profitable movie at some point, right? It's going to. But it's not. It's the opening weekend was like, on the opening day was like 8 million, I think, opening day, and it was like an $80 million budget. 26 million by the opening weekend, I think, is what it was.
Which is probably break even, but this is just, I don't know. I hope somehow, some way, either Sony or the MCU, they part ways with Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless, because they are trash. They do not deserve to be where they are. They barely done anything from what I'm reading on IMDb for writing. They did Dracula Untold, The Last Witch Hunter, Gods of Egypt. They did Power Ranger. They did Lost in Space.
Was that the most recent Power Ranger?
Yes, they did. That was the most recent Power Rangers, the 2017 one.
Okay, that was a good movie though.
I mean, they're averaging probably like a five star
on
average. Less. Maybe a little, like maybe 6, but probably 5.6 stars averaging on IMDb. But these guys have had 2 nominations for awards for worst screenplay. Both of them, one of them being Morbius and the other one being Gods of Egypt. So,
good.
They decided, oh my God,
we're gonna take the worst. We're gonna take the worst.
How stupid could you be?
Or worst.
Well,
Sony is so stupid.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that, dude. That is ridiculous. That is.
Sony literally said, you know what? Screw it.
How can I just give you money and just not do anything? And ruin our name?
I don't even like Marvel anyway. So let's just make these movies. Waste a bunch of money.
I mean, this episode is really like just trashing on these writers and Madam Web, but it was so bad, dude. It just, I don't know. The other thing is like the freaking Spider and Amazon guys when you first saw them.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're all like red, and then like it just looks so bad, and the CGI was bad. I can't think of really anything good in this whole movie. I think maybe the one good thing was the Easter eggs. I did enjoy. Oh, there's Ben Parker. Oh, there's Mary.
Oh, yeah.
There's Peter Parker's mom, and that's Peter Parker and her stummy. But like, there was
nothing else.
Yeah, I know they forget.
There was nothing else to
B Diddy. Dude, it's it is just sad.
Madam Web is the bee's knees. They also did Morbius. Who's B Diddy 54?
Just a bad boy. Just a guy who doesn't play in our fantasy football league, that's for sure.
Oh, I know that guy. Oh no, should I say his name out loud?
They also did Gods of Egypt. In case you didn't know, we said it already, but I don't know. It just made no sense. We said at the very beginning, if they had gone with the original story, which had them, the Madam Web and the Spider-Woman, trying to protect Mary Parker from Ezekiel Sims trying to kill Peter Parker, I think that could have been a lot better than what it is now.
Easily a better story.
Because it's just this whole.
They tried to make this a. Like a. What's the type of movie? Batman Rises. Origin story. Origin story. They tried to make it an origin story, which it didn't need an origin story.
No,
I don't think.
No, they've already established that it's going to be a one-off movie. There's no reason for them to make an origin story.
Zero Spider-Man. If that's the case.
It's Spider-Man. Everybody knows. Like, this is in the Spider-Man universe. It's basically the same thing as Spider-Man, just with women. Everybody knows who they are, and you can figure it out as you go. But this whole plot of Madam Webb or whatever freaking name is, Cassandra Webb, finding these three women when she goes on a bus and then intervenes and she saves the lives of these three young women. You could do a TV show off of that. You could just do a TV episode, I feel like, off of that. Maybe it's like one episode. You could literally do that for one episode in TV series. Probably even have a better budget, but like this is a movie. You're supposed to be putting in a lot into the story, and
you know what this
reminded
reminded
me
me
a lot
of?
and it's got to be unique.
You know what
has
this
to be unique.
You know what this reminded me of?
What?
This reminded me of Aquaman 2.
Oh gosh.
Here's the reason why, and I know that's kind of far left field here.
Okay,
But this reminded me of Aquaman 2 in the fact that they don't see a future with this specific character, right? They're going to make a one-off story and just get a cash grab of anything that they can get.
Man.
That's what I think it was. Aquaman 2 is that was the only reason that movie came out, was so it could get a cash grab.
Aquaman has a higher rating right now, 5.7.
I do think Aquaman was better than this movie.
I don't know if you could. I don't know. Hang on. What was this? People's Choice Award. Jason Momoa was nominated.
Oh my gosh! No
There's
way.
no way.
There's zero way.
And then get this, dude. Visual Effects Society. They were nominated for Outstanding Animated Character in a photoreal feature. What?
You're talking about the same Aquaman that we watched, right?
Yes. That's what is literally being they've been nominated for. I cannot believe Jason Momoa is basically the same thing as Sydney Sweeney. He's just a pretty guy. He's not a good actor. He's just a good-looking guy, and
people love it.
And people love him because he's got a hot bod. But freaking, he's not good. He's not a good actor. He's never been a good actor. He needs to perfect his craft, and he's just he might be nice.
He needs to
don't
go
get me wrong.
back
He
and
might be
not be-
nice.
Okay, so I don't know. You never watched Game of Thrones, but he was in Game of Thrones for a couple episodes. He was okay there.
I think I remember seeing him because he was like a king of like a
yeah, he
savage,
was a king of a tribe, but
savage tribe.
even then it wasn't like a prominent role. Like he didn't have much talking in it. So was it? I don't know, right? But I mean, it wasn't terrible.
Because he barely talked in it.
He's like The Rock, except The Rock can actually act a little.
The Rock can act way better than he can. I should say because like Black Adam. Looks like Brian Didier is on. Your camera
hello,
flipped. You're there. No. Okay. Yeah. Brian
Goof and
Didier is
Goober.
on.
Hey, thanks for having me on and asking me to give my input on the Aquaman 2 Madam Web discourse. Listen, I just want to say that Madam Web's getting to beat down in the public discourse, and I think it has some redeeming qualities. It's not all bad.
Aquaman 2?
Okay.
No, Madam Web.
Oh, okay. Ranking. What would you rank it there, Brian Didier?
I would say...
Wait, does he know our rating scale?
No, I do not. Could you tell me?
Go ahead, Regan.
it's maybe I could run our spoiler and our ranking thing one more time for the viewers.
That'd be great.
No, I wouldn't do that because it's another 2 minutes. 1 through 5. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. 1 being like trash. 5 being the best movie you've ever watched. Not 5 being the best movie, but it's pretty good. Really good.
1 is the lowest.
Yes.
Number? And 5 is the best. 5 is the
yes.
highest?
Yep.
1. I would say a 1.
Oh wow. For Madam Web?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, I guess if you start at the very bottom, there's nothing but up to go from there.
It does have some redeeming qualities.
But yeah, what's not baked into that review? Sorry, maybe I'd give it a 2 technically if it's 1 step above the worst. And this is there's 2 reasons for that 2. Let me just tell you quick. Number 1, lots of Mountain Dew Code Red.
Oh, that's right.
Not to spoil the movie, but there's a couple scenes with Mountain Dew Code Red circa the early 2000s in the original cans. And first of all, when they had some cans that they were eating in a scene, and it just brought me back to 2005. Let me tell you, as someone who drank Mountain Dew Code Red. So effective advertisement, yes, as well as all the other Pepsi ads throughout the movie.
Yes.
Maybe,
Pepsi was prominent in that
maybe
whole thing.
the most blatantly advertised thing through a movie I've ever seen.
Wait, Brian DDA, you think this is a good promotion for Pepsi?
Yes, very clever, because people are talking about the movie and everyone knows there's no such thing as bad publicity. So they're going to come out winners for this discourse. Number 2, there was only one other redeeming quality about this movie. One of the characters had a t-shirt on that said, "I eat math for breakfast."
I don't remember that.
Yeah, just been thinking about that t-shirt. Personally, would really
purchased
like
it
to get
on
it.
Amazon?
I have not purchased it, but I would.
Consider it. So what you're saying is the best things that happened in Madam Web was Pepsi saying Mountain Dew Code Red and a t-shirt.
Yep.
Those are the best qualities that raised it 1 point.
That's right.
In a full I mean, what we usually...
Sorry. One more thing. This is also not a spoiler.
You can spoil, just to let you know.
The voice of the villain was unintentionally
terrible.
Like the funniest voice I've ever heard a villain have. He kind of talked like he had something in his throat the whole time, but he didn't. And it was
there were so many times where you thought that it was just a voiceover, like he didn't actually say it, and they decided we gotta change what he says here.
It reminded me of like one of those Chinese karate movies back in the day, where they're talking and the voice in the mouth is completely different.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Yeah. Well, Brian DDA, before I let you go here, thanks for joining in, surprisingly, for a great episode. Any last words that you possibly wanted to say?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks for Goof and Goober to sticking to.
Oh, looks like we lost him. Oh, well.
Alrighty. Well, now that he's gone. Wow.
Sorry, Brian DD. I did that. I'm sorry.
He just got out randomly. I don't know.
This is just he's probably just his internet connection.
Wow.
Probably that's probably what it is. Yeah. Well, that is our review of Madam Web. We highly oh, sorry, B Diddy 54. Wait, is that the same?
B Diddy 54. What was that guy's name again?
It was Brian DDA, but this one was B Diddy 54. I don't think it's the same.
Let's
he's
check.
He's sad about something. That's for sure.
He's sad about something.
Well, anyways,
he's never actually streamed on his PlayStation.
We should invite B Diddy 54, maybe on.
Yeah. Would you like to
join Yeah, well, that is our review of Madam Web. We highly do not recommend it, actually. We highly recommend you not see this.
I would not. So I would say if you're just looking for a movie, sure, go and watch it, but don't spend money to watch it.
Yeah.
We did that for you.
Don't worry.
We did that for you.
One of these days, we got to get an affiliation with a movie theater and then just get free movies, dude. That'd be great. That would be so good, dude. But
imagine, dude. Imagine.
Oh, man.
Imagine.
This is what if Imagine or Alamo Drafthouse decides to, get start a freaking thing, like start a
This is for you.
wanting to support us before Imagine, I would be all on board with Alamo Drafthouse, dude.
Oh,
But-
100%.
Who knows?
Agreed.
You can't.
Now, if they put an Alamo Drafthouse on the other side of the cities, closer to my house, that'd be
That would
great.
be perfect. Yeah,
That'd be
because it's
fabulous.
in Woodbury. Everyone's got to travel more east on that one. Even the guy I went and saw the movie with, my friend Nick, who wasn't Brian DDA. He had to go more east. So, but
Yikes.
he enjoyed. He got a little carnivore pizza. That was very messy though. But who knows, man.
Yeah, that buffalo chicken pizza is really good.
Yeah, dude. I should have given some to the old my buddy, my good pal. But
He ain't me, man. He ain't me.
yeah,
Who knows where his mouth's been?
I hadn't eaten and I was hungry and I freaking
Oh, yeah.
love this buffalo spicy pizza, dude. Well, anyways, guys, thank you for listening and enjoying this fun conversation of Madam Web, of just tearing it apart and crapping on it, man. I enjoyed it, actually. It's a lot more fun to just crap on movies. I guess not really. I mean, I have equal amount of fun. I'm comparing it to like Loki to this. I have just as a good amount of fun reviewing like a 5-star or close to it
Oh, yeah.
TV series or movies to a very crap movie. And I that's what I like about this, dude.
See, the
That's what I love
problem
about
is, so I agree with that statement, but what I hate is watching TV shows that suck because you're stuck
Well,
until
get
you're
ready, dude.
done.
Get
Like, you're
freaking ready.
Like this weekend, I already told Kaylee, I said, I don't know if I even want to watch this. Like, I told her I really hope it blows my socks off and I enjoy it, but I'm dreading watching this because of how bad it looks.
It's gonna be interesting for sure. As like we're saying right now, next week we are reviewing Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you guys want to be ready for next episode for the live, we are reviewing Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, brought to you by the Netflix, and we are just interested on how this is all going to unfold in front of us all. So that being said, guys, thanks for listening yet again. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, the Podbean, all of those fun platforms. You also just drop a follow on, oh my word, this pop is just going right through me. You can also follow us though on YouTube, Twitch, as well as Facebook. And we want to hear from you guys and what you thought about Madam Web and all the movies that we review. We try to respond to every comment as much as we can. And yeah, we appreciate you guys and we love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. Anything you want to say, Matt, before we do the outro?
Guys, I'm freaking excited, man. Other than this crap TV show that's coming up, we've got a lot of shows that are coming out that are going to be
That's true.
banger. So
Bangs.
I'm freaking excited.
Dude.
Dune Part 2, I'm freaking stoked for.
It's a couple
Invincible
weeks here.
Season 2 Part 2, I'm excited to get back onto that. That's going to be fun. Twister, Planet of the Apes, Deadpool. 2024 deceivingly is going to be a good year for movies, I think. Deceivingly.
Well, it's not, like I said at the very
So
beginning
far,
of the
it hasn't been
podcast, it hasn't been so great. But
We'll see.
Well, we'll see you on the next time, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
And that's a wrap on another hilarious and unforgettable episode of the Goof and Goober Show. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did recording. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future goofiness. Join us next time as we continue to explore the weird and wonderful world of laughter and entertainment. Remember, you can always connect with us on social media and share your favorite moments using hashtag Goof and Goober Show. Until next time, stay goofy, stay goober, and keep spreading smiles wherever you go. Thanks for tuning in to the Goof and Goober Show with Matthew and Regan.